Mu buweereza bwaffe obutali mukyekubira n'okunoonyereza okw'abakugo tukuleetedde tekinologiya omupya gwe bayise TV10 Gano Mazima app osobola otusanga ku Play Store gwe wa Android ate owa iPhone ku App Store. Embeereza yaffe yonna tutandise okugijjulula nga tugijja ku mutimbagano we tubadde tugikolera okugitwala ku kibanja kyaffe kino ekikulu. Obuweereza bwaffe gye buli okuviira ku Monday okutuusa ku lunaku lwa Sunday. Programu ezizimba saako n'okuzzamu bannansi essuubi ze zimu ku ezo ze tutaddeyo. Kati tweyungeko nga tukwanjulira tekinologiya omupya mu Uganda. Downloadinga app eno osobole okwetaba mu klasi y'abamanyi nga tutambula n'okumanya mu ggwanga.
TV10 Gano Mazima.
Mbaniriza nnyo mwenna abatugoberera. Nze Saalongo Dean Lubowa Saava Sekiranda. Program Gano Mazima nga bulijjo, but this is a special report. Yagadde mbanirize mu lulimi Gano Mazima mwetambulira, but we are going to change the language. The guest I have on my desk is totally can't speak our language, the Luganda language. So we are going to have an English version of the untold story of the LRA rebels, the Lord's Resistance Army. The person I have on my desk or on my, as a guest on my chair, I will not reveal his real names because of the security reasons, but is the son of the late top commander, second in command of the LRA rebels, whom we used to call Vicent Otti. I can't put out the ranks, maybe the son will tell us. But in actual sense, what we need to know is that untold story. The gentleman I have is much more willing to tell us why was his father killed and even the reasons why the ICC decided now to withdraw the warrant which was put on his name ever since 2007, and it was just withdrawn recently in 2023. That's when ICC decided now to scrap off the name of late Vicent Otti, who was second in command to Joseph Kony. I welcome you once again. Thank you. This is TV10 Gano Mazima, and we're based in Uganda, Kampala. I got to know that you're here as one of the children of late Vicent Otti. How many are you?
Yes, thank you, moderator. We are only two, and I'm the only surviving son.
Hey.
Yes.
The second one also died?
No, I'm saying I'm the only surviving son, and I have also a sibling who is a girl. Yes. So we are two, and I'm the only son.
For any other person who doesn't know much more about your father, could you please be brief or elaborative about who was Vicent Otti and why did he decided to take that lane?
Yeah, thank you so much, moderator. Vicent Otti He was a very jolly father. And what I know, because I used to communicate to him, and I interacted with him a lot. He was arrested, not that it was his will or intent to join the Lord Resistance Army. He was arrested by Latek and Odong Latek. I know that name is familiar. The son of the late Odong Latek is one of the RDCs. He was a RDC in Amuro, but now he has been transferred to Kabong. And the reason as to why he was arrested by Odong Latek, ordered for his arrest, because of his brave nature, some of exceptional traits he has in the army. I think when he was arrested for the first time, he escaped. Again, he was arrested for the second time. He managed to escape. That was from our home in Pachilo. But now, for the third time, he came to a place called Pufonya, also in Atiak, where my mother comes from. And he was like, I'm going near a river called Abor, and that is going to be my hideout. I don't want to be in the open because they are looking for me.
Who was looking for him and why was he?
Odong Latek was the one looking for him, to have him into the system, into their forces.
As the LRA?
No, not LRA. It was before the LRA. Yes, it was before the LRA. Before the LRA, there was an organization which was also, apart from even the one for Joseph Kony, there was an organization.
That one of Lakwena?
Yes, commanded by Odong Latek. Yeah, so what happened, Odong Latek had to trick him using his uncle called Peter Gabu. So Peter Gabu came and asked my mother, first take me to my nephew. Peter Gabu went to his hideout near Abor River. The moment he saw Peter Gabu like this now, he was like, you have now killed me. There is no way I am going. But I pray that you take care of my two children. Because now, if I escaped, they are going to kill me. And he was warned that he should not escape. If he attempts to escape, then he will be killed. That is how he went and he did not come back. However, when the forces of the Odong Latek, after the Peche peace agreement, some forces came, they joined the government, and for him, he joined what? He joined Joseph Kony. But he used, yeah, that is...
Before him joining the rebel groups, what was he doing as his main occupation?
Okay, my father was an artist.
A musician?
No. If you look at the emblem of the Lord's Resistance Army, that was designed by him.
Hey, he used to draw pictures,
exactly.
Yeah?
Emblem of the LRA.
He was an artisan, yeah?
Yeah, artisan.
Yep.
It was designed by him. These ranks, is the one who works on those ranks. So from home, it was he was just an artisan. Yeah, and also apart from that, he was a farmer. Yeah.
Then, before him going, did he have you guys were born or?
Yeah,
he
were born already. Yes.
Did he have any other children during the time when he was in the army?
Years he has been in the bush. He has never given birth to even a single child. He has never given birth.
Everyone is...
He has been in the bush. That is why we have been not really this side of Acholi region. We have been in Madi region, in our hideout with our mother. And most of my identity started coming out in the early 2000.
Why?
I came back to Acholi sub-region, and then also I started opening to people. That is when they got to know that Leonard and Gladys, they're the son of so and so. Yeah.
Now, if I'm to ask, during the time when your father was still alive, they were busy adapting people, did much which were against the crimes of humanity. Did he get some time to come back, like seeing you people?
Several times.
Hmm?
Several times.
How?
Even over, let me say, like over 10 times. Sometimes he comes and finds maybe when I'm in the deep sleep, they tell me in the morning that he has come. But we were kind of indoctrinated with some ideas that if they ask me or maybe my other sibling about the identity of my father and other things, we should say he's no more. There was a time he came, it was 2 a.m. in the night. They went and got me from my hideout. When I came, they brought for us food. He started to talk to me. He asked for my name. I told him my name. I didn't know he was the one. Then he was like, where is your father? Then I said, my father is no more. He has died. Then they brought for us food. Actually, before calling me, they brought for him food to eat, but he refused. He said, I'm not going to eat this food if my son is not there. So when I came, I was the first. I tested the food, then he ate the food. After eating, then he took off.
He opened up to show you that he's the father, or?
He did not. He was also quiet by that time. Actually, that was the first incident. But these other incidents, I was now big. I was big. I was around 14, 15. I was now big enough. And I could also go, sometimes they take me where he is in the bush. I see him, I have some time with him, then I come back home.
Who took you?
My mother.
So the mother used to know where he is?
Sometimes, yeah, maybe he comes around and they bring information at home. Maybe Vicent Otti is this side. He wants to see the son. Then I go. I stay with him. Then after maybe like maybe 2 or 3 hours, I come back home. But that was around late 90s. Late 90s, yeah, late 90s.
As you keep on growing up, did he really open up for you that we are fighting against this government, or what kind of talk did you already shared with your father?
Very well. I started communicating, frequent communication with my late father in 2004. From 2004 up to 2007. From that,
3 years.
3 years. And my communication with him was very frequent. Sometimes you could even call me more than 5 times in a day.
Him calling?
Yes. And he used to use other people's number, the collaborators, to talk to me. Not until in 2005, using one of the collaborators, he bought for me a phone, a Motorola phone, and he used now to call me directly. And he used to tell me that I want to train you to be a leader. I want to train you to be someone who is known, and I want the world, with times when I'm not there, to know that I have someone who is also very vibrant and very elaborate. So he used to talk to me a lot from 2005 up to 2006. When he's going to have like a radio talk show, let me say like KFM, he calls me and tell me that you just stay online, don't talk, listen to my conversation on the radio. When he first informs me prior to the time, when he's going to have like maybe an interview with the BBC, with the CNN, with Radio Mega in Gulu, you could put me online, I listen to his conversation, I stay silent, then after maybe the talk show or maybe his interviews, he asks for my opinion. And there was a time when the peace talk started.
Yes, around 2006.
Exactly, around 2005, 2006. I influenced him so much to sign off some of the agreements. Before signing, the LRA peace team signing, the delegates in the Juba peace talk signing those agreements, he could ask me, what is your view? Actually, I wanted him to come back home. I used to push, this is something which the government do not know, but I used also to push him to sign some of the what? Because there were some of the peace agreements, like the hostility agreement, the cessation of hostility agreement. I used to influence him a lot, and he used to listen to me. And also, apart from that, some of these delegates from Acholi sub-region, I used to forward the names myself. He could ask for my opinion, that I have received names from the various part of Acholi sub-region. What is your take? What is your opinion? Should I call them to come? Of course, I've never said no. There was a time people from Kitgum, market vendors from Kitgum, they wanted to go to Garamba to meet him. The list was recommended by Beatrice Anywa, who is now the minister. Yeah, the list was, by then he was an MP of Kitgum. I told my father, yes, let them go, no problem. And he approved the list of those vendors to go for the peace talk. Even within here, I cannot mention some of the people who went for the peace talk. I used to tell him, let them go. But I remember he asked me to go, but I denied. They wanted also to put me in the monitoring team. I also refused. Because of security reason, I never wanted to go. And it came to a point that he accepted what I used to tell him. Okay, now you are my only son. I'm now going to listen to you. And there was also a time he was talking to one of the army commanders. By then, the CDF was James Kazini, if I could recall very well. He was like, I'm going to call James Kazini right now. James Kazini called him, but he turned off the call. He called me. Then he was like, I'm going to talk to James Kazini. Listen to what he's going to tell me. James Kazini was like, you are abducting innocent children in a Acholi sub-region. And yet, we know you are children. James Kazini mentioned my name, and he also mentioned my sister's name. Then they talk. Then he cut off. Then he was like, do you think they don't know you? Because the collaborators used to come to me. Sometimes I could deny. They said I don't want to talk to him because of security reasons. But it came to a point that he convinced me that even if you hide like what the government knows you are aware about, so you should not hide, but they will not do anything. If they do anything on you, I'm going to fight until I throw the government. But I know they are not going to do anything on you. And I don't want you even to go in the diaspora. I don't want you to go in another country. I want you to be in Uganda.
So after that call, when they mentioned your name and your sister,
yes,
what was the reaction within yourself?
Okay, the reaction was like, even if I hide like what, I'm now known by the government. Only that my identity, maybe how Leonard looks like, they don't know, but the government knows that Vicent Otti has 2 children. Yes.
You're talking about much about your father.
Yes.
Did you get a chance to speak to his boss?
Yeah,
Joseph Kony?
I spoke to him twice.
Mm-hmm.
One was when I was talking to my father. It was around 8 in the evening. Then he was like, you first greet my boss. Then he called. Well, I had a lengthy conversation for over 10 minutes. By then I was in senior 4 vacation. Yeah, senior 4 vacation. I talked to him. He asked for my sister, people at home, my mother, and the family members. I'm surprised that he even knows some of my family members. Yeah, but very well. We had a very good conversation. And then for the second time, that was in 2007, when news started emanating that they have killed my father. I was in St. Mary's Chitende. And I think the BBC announced that. Unfortunately, it was on a weekend. One of my friends, and actually, I was sleeping, was like, I heard over the BBC that they have killed Vicent Otti. I just got up immediately. Then I was like, what are you saying? Then he was like, why are you confused like that? I said, I want to know more. You are telling me something. Then he was like, are you related to him? I said, no, I'm not related to him. But I follow a lot of the peace process. I know he has been the brain behind the what?
The pistols.
Yeah. He actually is the brain behind Juba Peace Talk. If that thing has happened like that, then it's not okay. Then what I did, that was on a Sunday. Then on a Monday, I went to the office. I went to the deputy head teacher of St. Mary's SS Chitende, Mulindwa School. Then I was like, I need your assistance. Just help me. I want to talk to my father. I've been told that he's not well, and they have admitted him in St. Mary's Hospital, Lacho, which is just here on your way to Atiak. Then he was like, okay, no problem. I called my cousin's number. He was at Makerere. Then I asked him, I said, I'm hearing some news from my friends that it was announced over the BBC that he has been killed, and some other people are saying he's under house arrest. Some other people are saying they have just, he's somewhere, he has cholera, because there was a lot of information coming about him. Then it was like, even, it's very unclear. There is no clear information. That was third term. Then
During that time, did you still have a phone at school?
No. They cannot allow you to be at, my phone was with my...
So you had the number in your head?
Even up to now, I can tell you the number of my dad. Yeah, it's just off head up to now. So, but that was for my brother. Because I know from school, I cannot dial that number, that satellite number, plus 88 something, 216 333 8508. I cannot dial it on what? On the school desk phone. I cannot dial it. I called my cousin brother. Then he was like, he has also been calling him, but he's not picking. He has been calling him, he's not picking. I said, okay, no problem. The following week was our visitation day. He came, we tried calling him, he did not pick that number. He did not pick it. Now, what came into my mind, because he had 5 different satellite numbers. The reason as to why I mastered that one, because he told me that any moment and any day, if you try this number, if you try to call this number, if they don't pick it, or maybe if some other person answers that call, just know that I'm not there and I'm no more. So when my cousin brother came, we tried calling the number. He did not pick. So I became suspicious. I said, this man, I doubt if he's alive. So after that, I came home. I tried calling. I loaded airtime for 10,000. I called. The person who picked was Joseph Kony. I know his voice very well. Then I introduced myself to him. Then he was like, hey, let me call you back. Then he called me back. I had over 1 hour conversation with him.
What was he telling you?
First of all, you know, he's also a very brilliant guy. He started from a very far perspective. Even me, I did not ask for him. I asked for my other cousin who went there in September.
Went where?
To Garamba. He was among the UN team who used to take food to LRA. So he went and he did not come back. I started from there. I said, how is he? He said, he's there, no problem. Then, how are you? How is school? How is people at home? He started from a very far perspective. Then I said, I want to talk to my father. Then he said, he's very busy. I said, busy how? Then he was like, he's very busy. He's in for a meeting. Then I said, what kind of meeting? And yet you normally sit together and you normally have your meeting as the top LRA commanders, you, Odiambo, Dominic, you always sit together for your meetings. They said, you ask a lot of questions, but at an appropriate time, I'm going to give the phone, then you will talk to him. So we spoke at length. After that one, he canceled the call, and that was my last communication with him. And I used also to call that number, but no one answers. It was until I received a call from Brigadier Odiambo, who called me when I was in Gulu. Then he went, is this so and so? Then I said, yes. Then he said, how is Gulu? I said, Gulu is very fine. How is the family? Then I said, the family is also very fine. Everyone is okay. Then I was like, I want to declare to you today that your father is no more. He has been killed. And he also told me the circumstances which led to his killing. I did not ask a lot of questions. I was strong because this is a person.
Slow.
Yes.
Since the call, you had conversation with the boss.
Yes.
Joseph Kony.
Exactly.
He cut off the call.
Yes.
And you stay in a position where you don't know whether your father is alive or not, because he did not give you the answer.
No, he did not.
He just gave you a promise that they are in the meeting.
In the meeting, and he's alive.
You continue.
And I should not listen to any other propaganda that he has been killed. He cannot kill.
He's the one who mentioned that.
Yes.
Did you ask that? Is my father alive or not?
I asked. I said, I've got a lot of information. They're also telling me this, even on news. But I want to confirm from you as the boss. Is he alive or no? Then he sarcastically laughed. Then he said, he's alive. Now, why should I deny you? I have to give you the right information that your father is there. Yes. But now the scenario under which he told me that is for a meeting, and yet I know they normally sit together when they're having their meetings. And that one brought a lot of questions to me. And then secondly, my father used not to take more than 2 days without calling me. The silence was too much. Can never
Since the other time when you had the news that he's killed?
Yes.
To the time when you talked to Joseph Kony?
Exactly.
How long was that?
It was a period of a month. That was too much. It was a lot of time. You cannot take more than 2 days without calling me.
We continue.
Yes.
Then you moved on.
I moved on. But when Diambo declared to me, Brigadier Okwato Diambo declared to me the right information. I believe in him. I was even very strong because someone you have never seen for years. But I broke down a bit.
There's the gentleman who used to put on the dreadlocks.
No.
Oh, that one is Dominic Ongwen.
That one is Dominic Ongwen. Odhiambo was kind of very quiet, but he's a very brave person. But he was the third in command. The first in command was Kony, second in command was my father, third in command Odhiambo, then fourth in command Dominic Ongwen. Exactly. Yes.
Because by then Koyelo was already captured by UPDF.
Koyelo was captured, but Koyelo was in lower rank. Yeah, lower rank.
Then, in the conversation, when the gentleman is bringing you the news, Odhiambo,
yes,
did he really tell you the reason why your father was gunned down or
yes, killed? Yes, he told me, and some of the people who also defected told me. One person who defected came with a satellite number. He just passed on 3 years ago. Captain Okema Vicent. He's also from Atiak. He defected. He came out. He called me using the satellite number. I took some good time to pick the call because I was like, is my father alive? Because the person who used to call me with satellite number is only my father. Kumbe was Vicent Okema called me. Am I talking to so and so and so? Then he also told me. So I got information from Captain Okema Vicent and also Brigadier Odhiambo. Those are the people who get.
Where is Odhiambo now?
Odhiambo was killed and he was also indicted by the ICC. I think the arrest warrant was withdrawn. After getting the sample from Central African Republic, they brought it for testing and they confirmed that is Odhiambo. So the case was withdrawn. I can't recall very well when the case was withdrawn, but it was withdrawn. Yes.
Now,
the ICC withdrew the arrest warrant from.
I remember it was around 2007.
Yes.
When ICC indicted your father,
yes,
Joseph Kony, and others,
Kasiwukira,
and Dominic Ongwen,
and Dominic Ongwen.
Yes.
There were 5.
Yeah, there were 5 in numbers.
Yes.
What tempted Kony to continue killing his fellow, whom were on the same cause of fighting this government, and he ended up killing them because the 2 incidents happened at the same time?
Mu buweereza bwaffe obutali mukyekubira n'okunoonyereza okw'abakugo tukuleetedde tekinologiya omupya gwe bayise TV10 Gano Mazima app osobola otusanga ku Play Store gwe wa Android ate owa iPhone ku App Store. Empeereza yaffe yonna tutandise okugijjulula nga tugijja ku mutimbagano we tubadde tugikolera okugitwala ku kibanja kyaffe kino ekikulu. Obuweereza bwaffe gye buli okuviira ku Monday okutuusa ku lunaku lwa Sunday. Programu ezizimba saako n'okuzzamu bannansi essuubi ze zimu ku ezo ze tutaddeyo. Kati tweyungeko nga tukwanjulira tekinologiya omupya mu Uganda. Downloadinga app eno osobole okwetaba mu klasi y'abamanyi nga tutambula n'okumanya mu ggwanga.
TV10. Gano Mazima.